From Big Rock in Espanola, New Mexico, here for the title match. This should be a great one. As two bowlers who went a combined plus 480 in qualifying for 10 games between the two of them are survived all the way through to the top title match here. We bowled Super Survivor today, and it's not always easy for the 1 and 2 seeds to get to the top, and they each were tested primarily in their opening rounds, as Tez just squeaked by round 1 and Adel struck an attempt to get by her round 1, and they got a little stronger from there, and here they are playing for the title. And Tez has started with 3 in a row. Adel's working on a double, looking to tie it up with a opening triple of her own. No, doesn't get it to push. Very high scoring pattern today. It's called Big Ben, which is one of the recreational patterns, which is, well, it's essentially house, folks, and it showed as these guys lit it up. Tez qualified second at plus 218. William Yoder qualified third at plus 200, and Adel led the pack today with a 290 game 5 to get to plus 262. In case you're wondering, that's still nowhere near our even top 10 5-game totals. This is one of the better 5-game female totals we've ever had. I don't have any written down record of that, so I'll do a little bit of research and see just how good it was. Shannon and Brianna, back in her days, especially put up numbers like that. All the tournament experience in the world between these two. Adel, your defending girls scratch main event champion. Well, we all know Tez's laundry list of titles. Currently at 58 after yesterday's win. On one of his tears right now, no question about it. Just rides that shim and is clearly zeroed in on this pair. Low game was game 1 of 198. After that, he peeled off 4 in a row over 240. 2-0, 260, 220 in the last 3. That 203 was the scary game. Got by Angel Ortega in the semifinal match. Ortega left a solid 8 late in the game that changed things there. Looking for front 5. No, and ringing a 10 instead. I don't really see the difference between that ball and all the other ones, but obviously must have just finished a pinch late. The 10 is the result. Cortez is furious at himself for not shooting 300. Anything less is just unacceptable at this point. He's done it all, kids. He's done it all at an age where most people are just starting to put it together. Just as good a spare shooter as he is a strike bowler, no problem at all. Well, problem at all, but nonetheless a conversion. Adel's coming off 257, 268 her last 2. With that 290 previous and another 268 to go with it. So the theory is that it's harder for the ladies on the higher scoring patterns to keep up with the high rev rate guys, but simply not the case. When you're as good as Adel is, and Vanessa Romero finishing the top 6, Krista Carlisle finishing 4th. Adel beat Krista to get to this title match. They also agreed to make that the girls' title match, so they didn't have to stay after school. So Adel pulled the double whammy in the last game, but unable to capitalize on the Schenck non-strike with the double of her own here, so she has to spare this up to continue to trail by 21 through 5 frames. No problem with that moo cow ball. Thanks to the whole crew here at Big Rock for hosting us. Very nice, very clean 24-laner up here in northwestern New Mexico. This conference goes on to Lubbock next month, and then Albuquerque in December, while the tour rolls on to Tucson next week. The 2 handicapped semifinal matches are 2 these guys is left. Dale Case is taking on Andrea Grigo, and Daniel Hall is playing his semifinal match. for the second straight day in the semis, down on 3 and 4. Taking on Kelly McNeil in that game. No 300s today, surprisingly. Guess we could still have one in the handicap title match. The only game which has not been started yet. Yeah, that ball faced up just a pinch better. 10 in the pit. Poetry in motion if you've never watched this kid bowl before. It's just stunning to watch the evolution of him from a little guy who was just doing practice shots on the concourse every day. A lot of hard work, an awful lot of his pops carting him around thousands of miles. Yeah. Paying off in every way possible. Well, Adel's still very much in this match, though. She's still got 258 in the wood. But as it has been all day long today, you must throw those X's. Down. Instead, a bone 9. That's a 7.5 9. That 7-pin never fell. There's a lot of talk on the regional tour this weekend. They're bowling on Cheetah up in Reno, and it took like a 228 average just to cash, something like that. So on every level, and if there's a scoreable condition out there, you got to score, and if it's a grind, you got to grind. But here, just as there, you know, the cream still rises to the top. Because today you had to average 260 to beat Tez. Yesterday you had to average, 210 to beat Tez, and neither one looks like it's happening. What do you want?
She wanted it from the TV. No,
She wanted from the TV? She wanted from the TV? You do? How is that possible? Very good.
I don't think so much.
Good, thank you. So spare from Wahner, which is good, but
Yeah, really?
really, Tez has a chance to pack a few more strikes here and destroy that rack and block up another title. So yesterday I thought was his 59th title. I know for sure today is his 59th title. 4 behind all-time leader Kyle King. It's when, not if. It's 2 this weekend. That works. That works. Was that a survival one or not? He got you. Top 4 though. 2 more. Ho hum, just a 279, you know. So next week, I think he's only bowling 1 day. So he can only get to 60 next weekend, 7 days from now, not 61. So it's going to be Andrea in 1 title match as Dale got knocked out. Dale was the cut, so in the handicap division at plus 92, by the way. So he used his free roll to take advantage, crawl up into the top 4. Adel, just for show here, he can get to 226. And darn it, I just bet she will. There you go. Andrea will await her opponent, Daniel or Kelly. There we go. Well, looking back at her game, just 8 counts in the 8th, 5th, and 3rd. One, two, three, four, 6 strikes. Just not the big string that you needed to keep up with the pace today. People were losing Survivor rounds with 230s left and right today. But hey, a clean 226 on top of everything else is nothing to sneeze at all. But Cortez was taking no prisoners all weekend. I will see you in Lubbock. Absolutely. Make sure we get lots of little Lubbockans to bowl. Spread that word. A lot of people don't realize the little kids can do well with this. Atta girl. Well, I predicted Adel's 226 correctly. I'm now going to predict 279. And we let him keep on bowling in like 10 more strikes after that. Uh-oh. Mariano's paying off. He's just dropping cards left and right.
Keys and cars.
Oh my goodness. It's just effortless power. It's amazing how much he gets on the ball, and that's another, tip for folks. He's he's still a skinny little guy, but there's so much on the ball, and it's not because he, hits up on the ball so hard. It's almost because he doesn't. It's the timing is just couldn't be more perfect, and that's how he gets all that snap and stuff. And thank goodness it wasn't front 11, because I'm wrong, and that would have been a rip of a 299 game right there. Instead, it's a 278, 226 win. Well bowled match out of 2 fantastic bowlers, but Cortez Express is rolling once again, 59. We'll see who Andrea plays in the handicap title match coming up next.